What's up, everyone? Today, we're diving into the most bizarre last meal requests from death row inmates. These final meals are so strange, you'll think we made them up. We've researched the wildest, creepiest, and most mind-blowing requests ever made. From a single olive to a meal that changed prison policy, these choices are more than just food, they're statements. Some are symbolic, some are massive, and some are just plain weird. What goes through someone's mind when they know it's their last meal? We're counting down the 7 most unbelievable last meal requests in history. And trust me, you won't want to miss the last one. It's so outrageous, it ended a tradition forever. Ready to get weird? Let's jump in. Here are the craziest last meals ever requested. Number 7 is Victor Feger, whose last meal was as minimal as it gets. While most people go big, Feger asked for just one thing: a single olive with the pit still inside. No feast, no comfort food, just one olive. The guards were baffled, but they gave it to him. After his execution, they found the olive pit in his pocket. Many believe he hoped an olive tree, a symbol of peace, would grow from his grave. It's a haunting, poetic gesture from a man convicted of murder. Was it remorse, a plea for peace, or just eccentricity? We'll never know. This request wasn't about hunger, it was a message. The simplicity made it unforgettable. Sometimes the quietest choices speak the loudest. Feger's olive stands out as one of the most mysterious last meals ever. It's a final act that leaves us guessing. One olive, endless questions. Absolutely wild. From minimalism to excess, meet Gary Carl Simmons. His last meal was a legendary feast. 2 loaded pizzas, a family-sized bag of Doritos, 10 packs each of Parmesan and ranch, fried chicken, catfish, shrimp, 2 milkshakes, 2 cherry cokes, a super-sized order of fries, and 2 pints of strawberry ice cream. That's over 29,000 calories, more than most people eat in 2 weeks. The prison staff actually managed to get almost everything he asked for. Imagine being the cook who gets that order. This wasn't about symbolism, just pure over-the-top indulgence. It became infamous for its sheer size. News outlets everywhere reported on it. Simmons's meal is remembered not for meaning, but for its mind-boggling scale. From one olive to a mountain of food, the contrast is insane. Sometimes, a last meal is just about going out with a bang. Excess at its finest. Unforgettable. Number 5 is Thomas J Graasso, whose last meal became famous for what he didn't get. He ordered mussels, clams, a Burger King double cheeseburger, spare ribs, milkshakes, and, most importantly, a can of Franco-American SpaghettiOs with meatballs. The kitchen gave him generic spaghetti and meatballs instead. Graasso ate the meal, but his last words were a complaint. "I did not get my SpaghettiOs, I got spaghetti. I want the press to know this." No message to family, no plea for forgiveness, just a food review. His pettiness made headlines everywhere. It's bizarre, almost comical, and totally unforgettable. In his final moments, the wrong brand of pasta was his biggest concern. Sometimes it's the little things that matter most, even at the end. Graasso's last words are a reminder of how strange and human these moments can be. A final meal, a final complaint. That's one way to be remembered. Legendary. James Edward Smith's last meal request is one of the creepiest ever. He didn't want food. He wanted a pile of dirt, specifically for a voodoo ritual. Smith believed eating the dirt would help his soul transition to the afterlife. The prison denied his request. Dirt isn't on the menu. Forced to choose something else, Smith refused and ended up with a cup of yogurt, the standard meal. The contrast is staggering, from sacred earth to plain yogurt. His story highlights the clash between personal beliefs and prison rules. Smith's request wasn't about taste, it was about preparing for death, his way. It's one of the most unusual and thought-provoking last meal stories ever. Sometimes a last meal is about more than food, it's about the soul. At number 3, Aileen Wuornos, the infamous serial killer, made a stark choice. She refused the special last meal offered by Florida. Instead, she asked for just one thing: a cup of black coffee, no sugar, no cream, just coffee. It was a final act of defiance, rejecting comfort and tradition. Coffee is a stimulant. She wanted to be fully awake for her execution. No indulgence, just clarity. Her choice was as intense as her life. Wuornos faced the end on her own terms. Sometimes the simplest requests are the most powerful. A cup of coffee, a final statement, chilling. Velma Barfield, the death row granny, made a surprisingly normal request. Convicted of poisoning, her last meal was a bag of cheese doodles and a can of Coke. No fancy dinner, no symbolism, just junk food. It's the kind of snack you'd grab from a vending machine. In the face of death, she craves something simple and familiar. Her choice humanizes her in a strange way. It's unsettling to picture a grandmotherly figure finding comfort in cheese doodles before execution. No grand statement, just a craving for a taste of normal life. Sometimes the most ordinary choices are the most striking. Barfield's last meal is a reminder that even in the darkest moments people seek simple comforts. Cheese doodles and Coke, profoundly normal yet unforgettable. A small detail, a big story. Number 1 is Lawrence Russell Brower, whose last meal request ended a Texas tradition. Brower ordered a massive banquet chicken fried steaks, a triple meat bacon cheeseburger, cheese omelet, fried okra, barbecued meat, fajitas, pizza, ice cream, fudge, and 3 root beers. The kitchen prepared everything. When the feast arrived, Brower refused to eat a single bite. "I'm not hungry," he said, a final act of protest. News of his stunt outraged lawmakers. The very next day, Texas ended the tradition of special last meals for death row inmates. Now, everyone gets the standard meal. Brower's protest didn't just make a statement, it changed the rules forever. One outrageous request, and an 87-year-old tradition was gone. Sometimes a last meal isn't about food at all, it's about making a mark. Brower's legacy? No more last meal requests in Texas. The end of an era. That's our countdown of the craziest last meal requests ever. From olives to feasts that changed the law, these meals are more than just food. They're final statements. What would you choose for your last meal? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video fascinating, hit like and subscribe for more unbelievable stories. We dive into the wildest topics every week, and we want you along for the ride. Thanks for watching to the end. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. See you next time.